Week 3 rapidly approaching here for the Oceanic Challenger. We have yet another interview coming your way. Out of the big dogs camp, Logiik will be joining us, and from the Funky Monkeys, we have Zain here for a bit of a chat. Now, gentlemen, look, we've ended week 2. Things have been rather interesting here in stage 3. At any point going into this stage, did you expect the leaderboard to look the way it currently does?
No, I'll go first. Sorry, that was really awkward. No. I thought, I don't know. I don't think I expected those top teams to be top teams, but they were. So I don't know. I didn't expect Forsaken 5 to be up as much as they were. They've been performing really well. I expected Kraken to come in and perform really well. But as for the rest of the top, I mean, well, I think it's Fury and then us after that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't really expect Forsaken 5 to be doing as well as they are, but they're performing really well and consistent. I did expect Kraken to be up there. They're very good, very talented.
Zain?
Honestly, like, same with Logiik. I mean, after week 1, it was a lot easier to tell that, teams that from previous stages that weren't performing were definitely, like, a lot better this stage. Like, you can see that a lot of these teams are definitely putting in a lot more work during the off-season. And for them, it's paying off.
Nice. Now, Logiik, we've seen kind of a bit of a trend happening with a couple of these squads where kind of first week or second week been good, but then the other week has been a bit shaky. Going into week 3, now that you guys are playing against now Funky Monkeys, how confident do you feel about your week 3 performance now that kind of, one could even say, kind of those growing pains starting to settle down?
We're trying to put in as much practice as possible. I mean, no excuses, but we haven't really been able to practice at our full potential for 2 weeks now.
Right.
And it's been really difficult, but we're trying to put in as much practice possible for Funky Monkeys. And I mean, we are really glad they don't have JKenna. Hopefully they're a little bit less, a little bit less, well, good. I don't know. I think
Crippled, yeah.
JKenna brings a lot for them, and I think having that yeah, as you said, crippled roster might be a bit good for us. But I think we're ready. I think every team should hopefully be throwing out the growing pains by now and putting up better results, good results. So we'll have to just see.
And speaking to what Logiik just said, Zain, there, you got 2 more, display day, and then play day number 4 is when Jake comes into the roster. Agmo, he really has filled that void that Jake should be filling reasonably well. In your mind, how significant is that change of the coach in for the actual 5th for your team going to be going into week 4?
It will be a massive upgrade for us once Jake gets in, because of course, like, we don't practice with Agmo much at all, and with Jake on, he's both like one of the primary shot callers, one of the main fraggers, and so he brings a lot to the team. And yeah, so once we get him in, definitely look a lot more synergized and be making a lot less mistakes.
All right, now
Yeah.
That's more so a question now for both of you. We've seen so far OCL Stage 3 present us with some quite unusual map picks throughout both week 1 and week 2, with maps like Chalet, maps like Villa already making quite a much more substantial appearance rather than Borgen and Clubhouse, or rather, sorry, Snooze House. Do you reckon we are going to be seeing kind of that continuous trend of kind of maps like Chalet replace the new meta maps, or is it just something that teams are being experimental in the first few weeks?
I just think the old maps are so boring, and they're very the same every way. They're easy to VOD review, they're easy to counter strat, and they're very easy to push. If you're the right team and you're coordinated enough, it's literally just, it's the same thing every round for every team all the time. You can't bring anything new, you can't bring anything interesting.
The
you
definition
can't bring,
of insanity.
yeah, well, you can't bring anything that's gonna throw the other team off. So team maps like Chalet, where you can whip out some funky stuff. Like it's not very I guess counter stratable unless in the moment, unless you're really talented, unless you're Chiefs. You're not gonna go into the map and see something that you've never seen before and go, damn, yeah, I know exactly how to push this. It's a bit different. And so, hopefully we see other maps. I mean, even Chalet is a bit, a bit boring at the moment. I don't know, 2 weeks in a row, it's just Chalet. You know, it's a good map. It's a very safe map for a lot of the teams. I feel like a lot of teams practiced Chalet when it first came in, and so so a lot of the teams are very, very confident, and that's why they keep going to it. But I hope we can see other maps as well.
Zain?
Yeah, like, I assume we'll probably see Bank later down the track, and because with the amount of off-season prac that teams have been doing for it. And, I mean, yeah, like, with now it's stage 3 of the comp, so a lot of the teams, the comp have now been a team for almost a year or more, so they're a lot more comfortable playing maps that are less commonly played. So we'll definitely probably see more variety this season than the last two.
Yeah, look, it's a lot of teams playing Chalet when it first came out. We
Oh.
didn't see it for an entire stage. Not sure about the logic behind that one, Logic, but I mean, look, you're coming into the thick of things. Stage 3 has already geared up to be the best stage so far for the OCL. Which is the matchup that you were the most hyped for both of you?
I think the one I'm most hyped for is Fury. I'm good mates with the Fury guys. So is Havoc, so is Shaq. You know, we're close teams. We're not really the rivalry that Fury Overt were. You know, we both still consider ourselves the top teams. We consider ourselves, you know, we're in Relos. We consider ourselves the best teams in there. But whether we're performing or not, which currently we're not, but you know, we still consider ourselves the best. And I think Fury is the matchup that I'm most looking forward to. I think it'll be a very fun game. A lot of frag potential. There'll be a lot of really good moments, you know. I think Havoc and 2Harm will put on a bit of a clinic against each other, which is good. I think there'll be a little bit of shit talk in the chat, I think. A little bit of banter between both teams. I think that one's probably what I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, look, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon, but I have to say Fury purely because it's also Jake's debut, so that'll be when our team is in full force. So it's either that one or when we versus Kraken.
Well, look, you both got your eyes set on the same prize, taking down Fury. It's already been done once this stage, so it's been proven not to be impossible. Thank you so much for joining us in the interview booth. We'll look forward to seeing you guys kick it off on 5th of October for Play Day 3 of the Oceanic Challenger League Stage 3. Best of luck, gentlemen. We'll see you then.
Thanks.